Hi everyone, I just wanted to go over Tuesday's weekly practice with you in case you have any questions at home or your parents aren't able to help you. So the first question said the Kansas City Chiefs won 875 thousandths of their games. What percent of their games did they win? Well, the first thing I would do, since this is a decimal, is write it as a fraction. So just like I read it, it would be 875 thousandths because it's in the thousandths place. Remember, we have our tens, hundreds, and thousandths. Okay, but percent, we've talked about the word percent, means for 100. So that means I need this to only be out of 100. And if I go from 1,000 to 100, that's dividing by 10. And if I do that there, then that means I also have to do it to the top. And 875 divided by 10 is going to change to 87 and 5/10. Okay, and then that tells me what my percent is because per means for every 100. So if I have 87 and a half out of 100, that means I have 87 and 5/10%. Okay, the next question we have is an area of a triangle. At this point, you should know that the area of a triangle formula is a half times your base times your height. Or, remember, there was two, base times height divided by 2. Either of those formulas work. They mean the same thing. So I know it's kind of blurry, but you should have your paper in front of you. Your base is right here. It is 16. So we're going to have 16 times my height, which is here in the middle. Remember, for height, it can't be slanted, just like at the doctor's office. When they measure your height, you need to be standing straight up and down. Times 7, and then I know a lot of you guys are doing divided by 2. So 16 times 7, if you don't know this off the top of your head, then break it down. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 10 is 70. 70 plus 42 is 112. And we're going to divide that by 2. So then go over here on the side and do that. So 2 cannot go into 1, so 2 goes into 11 5 times, which is 10. You have 1 left over. 2 goes into 12 6 times, and no remainder. So then my answer is 56 meters squared. Oops, sorry, meters squared. Remember, label. A lot of people are forgetting that. Okay, number 3, the one that a lot of people were stuck on today in class. It says Kona Ice has a 28-pound block of ice to make snow cones. If each snow cone is 2/3 of a pound of ice, how many snow cones can Kona make? So the first thing I would notice is I'm taking this 28 pounds of ice and I'm dividing it by 2/3 because that 2/3 represents 1. And there's a lot of different ways you can do this problem. You could have made like a ratio table, would have been great, of saying snow cone, pounds. 1 snow cone is 2/3. 2 snow cones would be 4/3, right? Because you would just double that. 3 snow cones would be 6/3, which equals 2. Okay, and kind of thinking that, and then 4 snow cones would be that 8/3. And thinking about it that way. And you can go all the way to 28. You might jump skip to get there too. Okay, another way would be to draw this. If I drew this, you would have to draw 28 of these. So you might get a sheet of paper and do that. And so I'm doing them into thirds. Okay, and I'm not going to do all of this. I'm not even going to finish this problem for you. But I would keep doing this until I have 28. Or you could even do it where you have 14, and that would be half of your 28. And then just double that. And then group your 2/3. But you have to remember when you're grouping, like if I put those two together, that's 2/3. That's 2/3. But you can also put these together to make 2/3. So see how when I had 2 pounds, 2 pounds was 3 snow cones. That's what I see right here. So another thing you could have done over here is using this. Well, you know 2 pounds is 3 snow cones. Could you figure out what 28 pounds is now that you know 2 pounds? Could you do that? Sorry, I meant to finish that and I didn't do that. So you could draw this out and figure that out. Or you can finish your table if you know 1 is 2/3, 2 is 4/3, 3 is 6/3, which equals 2 pounds. How do I get from 2 pounds to 28? And if I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other. Or you can draw these out and see how many 2/3 you can make out of 28. You should get a whole number as your answer. So I'm going to leave that one for you guys to try to figure out on your own. And feel free, this box is small. Get a sheet of paper. Okay, the last question is in order of operations. We should be thinking about our order of operations that we learned about this year. So if I look at this, no parentheses, we do have an exponent. 2 to the power of 2 means 2 times 2, and it only means that for 2's. So we do 32 minus 8. 2 times 2 is 4. Then I go through, done, multiplication, division. So I need to do 8 divided by 4. So I'm going to leave my 32. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 32 minus 2 is 30. So that would be my final answer for that one. Okay, guys, if you need any help, please come see me tomorrow morning. Bye.